Port Royal, one of the oldest and most historic regions of the country. Port Royal has maintained much of its independence as well as its heritage. Much of the old city, described in the 17th century as the wickedest city in the West, lies underwater beside the town, the result of an earthquake that in 1692 swallowed about 2/3 of the then living space. Since then, another earthquake in 1907, numerous hurricanes, fires, and various population decimating diseases have plagued the town. Despite all, the waters around Port Royal are a virtual archaeological goldmine filled with pieces of history that tell of the everyday life in the earliest days of English occupation.
Across the island, don't miss this history. So come on and check out this channel. Dual is YouTube channel, where it's all about showcasing Jamaica exotic places, people and things. Don't forget though, to like, subscribe, comment and share. You hear? Thank you.
So this is Port Royal, and we're doing a tour today at Port Royal. We're actually going to check out the fort. This is the main entrance to Port Royal, guys. This is what Port Royal looks like.
Port Royal is a community of proud people, fiercely defensive of their privacy, yet warm and welcoming to those interested in visiting. The community is especially close-knit because of its layout. Everywhere in town is within walking distance, and there are several generations of people all living together. Perhaps the town's best attribute is its comfortable, laid-back temperament. On any given day, there are children playing in the streets, young adults gathered in groups hanging out, and older folk sitting on verandas watching the world go by. Historic Naval Hospital. Built around 1818, the historic Naval Hospital is an early example of the use of cast iron in construction. It was designed by a team headed by naval architect Edward Hall and constructed using the labor of enslaved Africans. The prefabricated cast iron units were imported from Sheffield, England, and the bricks were made from local clay. The building rests on a raft foundation, that is, all supporting iron columns are linked beneath the surface. The hospital was built on the foundations of an earlier one erected in 1743 and destroyed by fire in 1812. Outbuildings included kitchens, staff quarters, isolation ward, mortuary, and a storeroom. The services at the new hospital received high praise from those who were treated there. One of the first to be nursed at the hospital was Captain Bottelier, RN. Over the years and since the naval station at Port Royal closed in 1905, the building has been used for various purposes.
bought my ticket. Now I'll be heading to the tour. Some elders I'm on par with today. Yeah, we're on the tour, so tag along people. Port Royal. Yeah. The grand tour seat people. Tag along. You know, Fort Charles. I'm on a tour right now, people.
Look, them pay for food. Fort Charles is located in the small town of Port Royal in Jamaica. The town was founded on a natural harbor, and Fort Charles was constructed to guard its entrance. According to Danny L. Hamilton, the fort was situated at the tip of the sandspit, separating Kingston Harbor from the Caribbean. The fort is almost completely surrounded by water. Today, Fort Charles is still standing tall. After the numerous hurricanes and earthquakes, the fort did undergo some natural changes. The setup of the lined cannons on the outside wall is fairly the same. The only thing that differs from before the earthquake in 1692 is that there is now a museum located inside of the fort. A small red brick artillery store, the 1888 Giddy House, sits alone just behind the fort. The 1907 earthquake briefly turned the spit to quicksand, and one end of the building sank, leaving the store at a lopsided angle. Next to the Giddy House is a gun.
Alright, people, Fort Charles. Now we're there in the inside, people. Check out what's going on. Yeah, man. Fort Charles, people, now we're up on the guided tour. So you guys will see more of what's going on.
Welcome once more. Welcome to the
So these guns are actually original guns, people, and these four original guns. Alright, people, so we're going to view the Sunken from upstairs. So tag along, people. Now we see we can't record the tour itself, but yeah, we're going to try and give as much as we can.
That's exactly where one of our forts is located, Fort James. Right? So the 1692 earthquake took over 33 acres of land on that side of the harbor. And that mark, as I said, exact location of Fort James. There were 6,500 people, so 4,000 people outside. You can get a shot of the back against the gun, the cannon gun.
Alright, people, so they are now on the tour. Now these are replicas of the guns used in protecting the fort. Now, these are the original ones. Now, these are recently placed in, as replicas. Now, people, yeah, this is the main courtyard. Now we're going downstairs to visit the Giddy House, people. Alright, people. So this way to the Giddy House. Okay. Now, IJTTV fans, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Alright, people. Now, all of this was once water, people. All of this was once water.
The Giddy House. This lopsided building is called the Giddy House. It was built in 1888 and was the old Royal Artillery store for the Victoria Battery. The earthquake of 1907 shifted it into its present 45-degree angle. On entering the building, people often feel a strange sensation of being giddy or off balance, caused by the building's tilt, hence its name, the Giddy House. Next to the Giddy House is a gun emplacement with a massive cannon, which also keeled over in 1907.
So yes, people, the famous Giddy House. Now, people, we are at the famous Giddy House, Fort Charles tour. Now, people, check this out. Famous Giddy House, people.
In the textbook 16 degrees. If it's shift to 17, I'm going to change all of them. And then I can move on to remain at the left side. Alright, we'll go inside now.
Alright, people, so we're going to visit inside the Giddy House. And as most of people can't really, give you guys real audio of the tour guide because it's prohibited. So, yeah, man.
Alright, coming in, guys.
People, the famous Giddy House. Yeah, man, showing you guys. So this was actually an artillery storeroom. So that big gun that you see outside, parts and cleaning stuff for that one was kept in this. So, alright, people. So we're going to continue the tour. Alright, people. Alright, so they have these, you know, for reinforcement. So that the building doesn't move. So people, all of this was actually land all the way up to about a few feet from the guns. Was actually water. All of this was actually water. So that big gun, people, that big gun was actually the gun for this year. So this is actually the replica, people. So people, this is how the gun actually used to work. So, the man said the tour guide demonstrating how this used to work. So this area was actually built after the first earthquake that turned all of this into land. So the first earthquake actually turned this part that was pure water into land. So this wasn't here at that time. So after the land, you know, reform here, then they build this. Built up in 1988 along with the Giddy House. So the 1910 earthquake this actually affected this area and the Giddy House. So there were actually two earthquakes that affected Port Royal people. This was actually a part of the gun. So this is what they used to use. The gun was anchored to this, yeah, so that they could change direction and all of that with the gun. Now, it has been lowered automatically. This is a picture of what you mean. Alright, so now we're going to swim back to land. That's to the fort, because you don't know. I'm just swimming people, as I said before, this was actually water before the 1962 earthquake.
Alright, gents, let's move.
So we're swimming to land.
We have a few things to get done. We're running out of time. We have a few things to get done. Camera one.
So let's swim back to the fort. Yeah, to continue the tour. people, don't forget to like, share and subscribe. And guess what, people, I hardly tell you guys this, but turn on the post notification bell so you can get my videos as soon as they drop, people. So let's go.
Only they were alive because they were.
Guys, know what's that?
Okay, which is a Anglican church. That church is in the Sunken city. Well, let's have a feeling of this. I don't want to say the guy. These two, they share the same purpose. The Markhan's line, where the prince of the church is on the left and the media right to the football field. This area was a commercial area and a business area. The original one is the Sunken city, the structure that they accept the town of Royal. They have the execution point here, call it the gallows point. It's near where the yeah, we have the lower run deck and the upper run deck. Since right now lost 33 acres over the 51. There were 6,500 people in there. Some poured out from the Spanish settlement and started their fortification. Oh,
So people, so we have more guns. 100 and something guns, people, all around this fort.
It's the bedpan for using the bathroom. I don't even go into the back zone.
So this was actually an officer's quarter, people. Yeah. They use this for the office or the office area now. Alright people, so this is the original soldiers barracks. One that well ventilated and overpopulated at that time. So, you know, so any little sickness go on, everybody catch it, people. Yeah. Alright, so we'll continue the tour. Alright, so this is where the two famous females got locked up, people. Yeah, man, and one actually died here, so continue the tour. So guys, that was actually the restroom back in the days. Yeah, man. everything just drops straight from up top into the water, people. Alright. That was that was the toilet or restroom, people. Alright, we're gonna continue into the magazine area. Alright, people, so this is called the magazine. This is where they used to keep their ammunitions for the cannons, people. So those are actually replicas. Those are actually, you don't know, repliculars. So this is actually a magazine, people. This is where they kept magazines, for example, ammunitions, gunpowder, you know, the big round metal for the cannons, people. So these are actually replicas. So this is where the tour ends. Then we'll head back out if we realize, people, cannons are all around this area, people, all around this area. 360 degrees around this area. You have cannons, people, look at them. Alright, people, so yeah, man, people, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to It's a Jamaican Thing TV, where we continue to give you guys authentic Jamaican information, authentic Jamaican stuff, people. So that's actually an anchor. Actually an anchor, people. Yeah, man. Anchor back in the day, huh? Anchor, people. So, people, don't forget again, like, share, and subscribe to the channel. It's a Jamaican Thing TV. Turn on the post notification bell so you get the videos of them drop, people. Alright. I'm on my way back from the tour of Port Royal. Now this is the old Navy cemetery, people, so just gonna give you guys a, you know, sneak peek where soldiers were laid to rest. This is the old Navy cemetery, people, so what's going on.